gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes and see it's true. A beautiful day. Tick tock, don't stop. Every little thing, it'll be alright. Flip flop, just drop. Any negativity out of sight. You're gonna reach up high. You're gonna learn to fly. You're gonna live your life. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes and see it's true. A beautiful day. A beautiful day. Tick tock. Tick tock. Beautiful. Tick tock. Keep your head up. Tick tock. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day.
All right, all right. I want to say welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love this night. We get to learn and meet beautiful women inside and out from all around the world. And tonight is Royalty Night. This is 9 at Night. And I'm Christine Campbell, the host, every weekday night from Monday through Friday. And every night has a different topic. I love it's all about the royalty. And we're talking about senior women over 60 years old. Oh my gosh, there's a whole nother decades of life after 60. And you're going to find out, especially with our guest tonight. We have so much fun when it comes to what can you do when you're 60s or 70s or on. I'm talking about vibrant, energetic women, and that's of course in the pageantry world. You're going to find out about them. So right now I want to go ahead and let's get started. And I'd like to first introduce the president. He's not here tonight, but I'm excited because there's a lot of wonderful changes in the pageantry. So next Monday night, you're going to find some different updates. So make sure you tune in to next Tuesday evening. But James Kinsey is the president of the senior pageant groups, which host the pageants that we're going to be talking about and specializing in. And I cannot say enough, he's a lawyer, a businessman, does everything. But the best part I really love about their CEO, James Kinsey, is that he definitely takes care of the best at professionalism of these women with all their needs that they need to make sure when they travel, when they are making all the appearances, and it's just first class operation all the way. So I'm really excited about it. Now we have some changes that are going to be where the pageant is held. And again, that is going to be announced next Tuesday. But the pageant includes Miss Senior USA, Miss Senior Universe, and Miss Senior United States. And that's 50 to 60. So we have the young ones in here too. That's really exciting too. What I want to do is I want to introduce you to this incredible woman. We're going to bring her on too. Her name is Jian Sakakeeny, and she is Miss Senior China Universe. She's on the universe level because for many, many reasons. I've never seen anyone that's just so absolutely exciting as she is. And you're going to find out. And what I'm going to do, we're going to introduce her. I have a lot of pictures. It's surprising how many talents that she has. And I'm saying talents with a plural S. And it's absolutely wonderful to have her on here. So right now, I just want to welcome Jen.
Hi, Kristen. I'm so excited to see you
excited too. Oh my gosh, I was
To be invited to be on the show. Thank you. I am so excited. Thank you for having me.
I feel the same way. You're absolutely a gorgeous woman inside and out. And you have so much that you do. So what I want to do, I want you to take us a journey through the many photos that I'm posting so we can learn more about you.
Okay.
And I love it. So we'll get started with, okay, these slides. I'm going to put both our pictures on here. So this was recent. So let's talk about this.
Yes, this was taken back in September during the VIP New York Fashion Week. So 3 ladies from our group participated in this event. And so we just had a blast. We submitted our comp card with our measurements so that the designers at the event will be able to fit us. So when we got there, we put on whatever they assigned to us, and we just did a runway show there.
How much fun? How many outfits did you get to do?
We did only one outfit because there were so many people there. There were hundreds of participants, and most of them were younger children, all the way till our age group. So so everybody had to be fitted and had to do a runway show. So so we did only one outfit. But we had a lot of fun, and we were wearing our sash and crown the whole time. Every time when we walk by, there will be a group of people stopping at us and wanted to see, what pageant that we won. It was what titles we had. So it was really exciting. It was great.
Oh, I absolutely love it. And you both all of 3 of you look so queenly. And it's just gorgeous. Now I have a question. How do you keep those crowns from falling off? Those are huge crowns.
Yeah, the crown was a little loose. So we used 3 pieces of tape to tape the ends together. So that helped the crown stay in put and on our head. So with a piece of tape.
I wonder if anyone else wonders. It's just absolutely.
Yeah.
We have some more pictures here. So that I just fell in love with this picture. Look at you.
Thank you. This was for my 60th birthday photo shoot. This photo shoot was for my birthday. And when I turned 60 on June 24th, I had to book this photo shoot months in advance, even though my photographer, this very, very famous, iconic photographer in the fashion world, Fidel Berisha, I had to, he doesn't take appointments until the 2 weeks before the photo shoot, but I wanted to make sure I secure a date with him. So I worked with his daughter, who was a booker for all the photo shoots. So I kept checking with her periodically to make sure that they, put me in on his calendar. So finally, I did it back in May.
Oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. And that's all your hair. I mean, look how beautiful and long your hair is. Just gorgeous.
Yeah, his son was my stylist. He owns a B&B Couture boutique store in Midtown in New York. And also I had a hair makeup artist. And so she did my hair and my makeup. Just everything they did was, the first class. It was really, yeah, good experience.
Well,
I re-
it shows, and you do not look 60.
Thank you.
That is the best part. It's just, you're just glowing. So I absolutely love that. And look at this. Look at these
Yeah.
photos. Oh my gosh.
Actually, B&B Couture featured this photo on their Instagram account, and he used the phrase, fairy tale does come true.
I love it. Yes, you look like a princess, and you are a princess, but that gown is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my heavens. I bet you have a whole closet of them.
Yeah, his son, the stylist, he's also A-list stylist. He really did a good job. Yeah.
Now let's talk about this one.
So this is one of my Chinese dresses in my collection, and this is a modified, Chinese costumes, dresses. They have very traditional style. They also have modified. This is a modified, the combining Western style evening dresses with a Chinese style. As you can see, the color and also the pattern of the embroidering, and that's a typical Chinese. But then it has no shoulders, shoulderless. That's obviously Western. So I actually brought it and didn't think I was going to use it for my photo shoot. And Fidel was going to use something else. When he saw this, he said, "Jian, put this on. Let's use this one instead." And also I brought the scarf that I bought just to go with this, accessorize this Chinese dress or qipao. So it worked out really well.
It turned out excellent. So he actually has clothing for you to wear and try, or did you bring all those dresses?
Yes, he had a whole room. They operate out of this huge warehouse, and so they had a space for photo shoot. They also have a room dedicated to jewelry, wardrobe, shoes, everything. And so the other dress, the fairy tale dress, that was theirs. And then the other one with the crown, with my tiara, that was also theirs. But tiara was mine. That was a vintage. I don't remember it's also a very well-known tiara brand. And so I brought that tiara, and I brought this dress, because I was going to use this as a pattern for my new dress that I was going to have it made in New York City for the pageant. That's why I wanted to show my tailor this particular style that I wanted.
Oh, I love it. I love how it all comes behind the scenes. Now, I love this photo.
Thank you. This was right before pandemic. We went to China. My husband, professor of bassoon, the professor of bassoon at the Eastman School of Music, took his students quartet to China, did a tour all over. And this was in Shenzhen, close to Hong Kong. This is a bridge. On the other side, you can see that's a Shenzhen, but on the opposite side is actually Hong Kong. You could see. So we had this taken there. That was 2020. I think it was like a June in 2020, and then I think in November, was that 19 or? It was 2019 in November. They had a breakout of a coronavirus in November, right after we came back.
Oh my gosh, you just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Get out, but a beautiful photo, and it's great to see your husband too. I love this.
Yeah, this is also one of the pictures, one of the looks. I had 4 looks that Fidel did. So this was one of the looks. And also this is a shirt that they gave me to wear.
I mean, it's just so natural. It's just, you represent the all world global woman and just
you.
refined, uh, just everything to stand for. I absolutely love this photo. So,
Yeah, Tori, my makeup artist, did such a good job. And so when I was in New York for the VIP Fashion Week, I asked her to give me a private coaching session, which took 3 hours, and I recorded everything. So now I'm doing it every day. And whenever I post something, my photos, on Instagram, she'll like it, she respond to it. Probably she has noticed that I've been doing it.
oh, very good. What a great way to learn from the very best in the country. And
Thank
now here's a switch. Here's
Okay, this was in our one of our gyms in Rochester, New York. So I do rock climbing regularly, but I'm taking a break from it because I fell from the top of a wall on January 30th.
oh my gosh.
2 weeks before I went to Costa Rica to do a cooking for healing tour.
Mhm.
And so I actually I really enjoy bouldering. I used to do roping, which required somebody else to help you and with all the garnish harness. But I just prefer this because I could just warm up and get on the wall without any help from other people. So I prefer bouldering.
Well, that's pretty dangerous though. I'm thinking,
Well,
oh,
well, if you have enough strength, and also when you're tired, you just stop, then it's not that dangerous. And also if you know how to fall and land on your feet or on your buttocks, then it's not that dangerous. The reason that I fell, it was because I was going to put my membership on hold the days after this particular climb. So I was just being anxious to challenge myself to the higher level that I was comfortable with. That was a V3, called a V3. I could do V0 to up to 2 easily, but a V3 was really, really challenging. And I was at the end of the climb. So that was after 2 hours. I was ready to go home, but I didn't. I thought, after tomorrow, I won't be able to come until I come back from Costa Rica, so I thought I would just need to push myself. So I pushed myself. And also another thing is that as in dance and as in life, you should always breathe and pause before you move further. And I didn't do that.
oh
And
dear.
knew that I was just too anxious to reach the last hold before I fell. And that moment, I knew that I wasn't taking a breath. If I had done that, I would not have fallen. So then that was a really, really good lesson for me to learn. I should always breathe. That's why when I dance now, when also in life, I always consciously take a deep breath.
That's an excellent teaching moment too for
Very,
anyone.
very important. Yeah. Breathe all the time.
I love it. You look like a 18-year-old or a teenager on the right. Your long hair and your ponytail. This is absolutely darling. And what we're doing tonight, we're seeing many facets of this gorgeous champion woman of Miss China universe. So this is exciting to see all facets. Now, this is my favorite part. Look at these dishes. They're gorgeous. And guess what? You made all of these.
Yes, yeah. So the one, from my view, the top left is a ratatouille, a very famous, hearty, traditional French dish. And then next to it, That's a shrimp dish on top of cassava orzo with no, because we do not eat grains. So I use this orzo made from cassava, one ingredient. And then I had I think the salad was a fennel salad with the pickled onions that I made myself with lemon, honey, and water and salt, and just for the color. And then I put some pistachios, crushed pistachios on the side as a garnish. And then the bottom left, that's crab cakes that I made myself, and with some the sunflower sprout and broccoli sprout that I cultivated myself. And then as you can see, again, with the pickled onion for color. And then put on this slab of Himalaya salt. Yeah, it's a salt block. It's Himalaya, yeah, salt block. And then the other one, this is a grain-free cheesecake.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, it's also grain-free. Yeah, I think I made with the almond crackers. Yeah.
Very good. Now, why grain-free? Is there a specific reason why you don't eat grains?
Yeah, from what I have learned, grains tend to cause inflammation in our bodies. That's why I stay away from them. And also, they don't sit well with me. They tend to make my body weight fluctuate.
Mhm.
And so that's why since I eliminated grains in since 2015, my body weight has stayed stable.
Oh, excellent. That's an excellent tip. Now, getting back up to the upper left, is it layers of zucchini and cheese? What's the layers of?
Oh, so the ratatouille underneath the flour, actually there's a stew. There's a stew underneath made from carrots, onions, celery, peppers, bell peppers, jalapeno peppers, tomatoes, and so that's a stew. So you put underneath there, and then on top they're all vegetables. So the yellow one is squash, the green one zucchini, and then the purple one is eggplant, and then the red one is Roma tomatoes.
How beautiful. I thought it was just a garnish plate, but it's actually a garnish for a stew.
No, it's not a garnish. The stew is underneath. This is actually the main part of the dish. It's huge.
It is. I've never seen that before. That's why I'm just impressed.
Yeah, well, it's when I cook, presentation is very important. That's why I choose to do like this. And you can also do this any other way. You don't have to make it. You just put the whole all the ingredients, and then you just bake them. You don't have to arrange all the veggies like this into a flour. But for me, it's just so beautiful. I had to do it.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. I mean, you are just amazing.
It's delicious. It's also very delicious, a very healthy dish. So we eat it quite often.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I can see that. Now, this really got my attention. Now, are you serving friends at home, or is this a normal dinner?
Yes, I have. I had my local dance sisters over, because we don't really right now we don't have classes together anymore. I take online classes with very well-known teacher based in Portugal, and I don't take classes with any of them anymore. We just dance together in at local venues, but that's very occasional thing. So, but in order to stay connected with them, and so I have them over once a month. And not everybody, just like one or two over. And this time I actually had three sisters over. One of them had her birthday, so I was kind of celebrating her birthday belatedly. So I made this cream of asparagus underneath, and then I put the broiled lobster in the middle of it. So, and also garnish with a little bit black caviar on top.
That is just delicious. I just want to dive right in there. And then just the arrangements and the asparagus. That's for decoration. This is so gorgeous. I want to come to dinner at your place.
Yeah, well, you're welcome anytime. I actually bought these bowls just for this dish because I had the white bowls in this shape, but I prefer the color of black because the food will look more pronounced and more striking. That's why I bought these bowls. I ordered them online right before the lunch.
Oh, I love it. What a great idea. Now there's 6 of them. I mean, the picture, it kind of didn't show it all when I put it on the slide, but I mean, this just goes on. An individual bowl having lobster like this in front of you with this delicious soup, asparagus soup. It's like, you can't get that in restaurants sometimes.
Yeah, they were really delighted. And also, the lobster, the broiled lobster goes so well with this creamy soup. It just, believe it or not, they went together really well.
And then having the touch of caviar, you have the best of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, how much fun. Now you have another wonderful talent and a dancer. How long have you been dancing?
Oh, I started dancing. I started taking lessons at age of 53 in 2000, at the end of 2015, 7 years ago.
That's all. Okay, now here's something that's way cool. We are proving it doesn't matter how old you are. You can just start fresh and live your dreams, right?
Well, I am a very disciplined person. That's one of the qualities that have been serving me very well. I have few qualities, and this is one of them. And this has been serving me very well. Not just only for this, but for everything else. When I came to this country, that was not easy. In 1985, I started applying to American and the Canadian universities because I wanted to live in the West, not in China.
Right.
And I just felt I belonged here for some reason. And it took me 3 years to finally get a school to accept me. I applied to 80 universities, and over a period of 3 years. And my mom said, Jian, if you are not going to be accepted this year, the last year, you should get a boyfriend and get married. I said, no, I am going to make it. I'm going to do it. Okay. So I did it. It took only one school to take me. And I got a teaching assistantship, admission, acceptance and the teaching assistantship. And I hop on the plane with the air ticket that my parents purchased with the borrowed money and with the $30 in my pocket. So that's how I started my life in in America.
You are amazing. Just tenacity plus. I love it. What a great example for anybody to follow. But I love dancing.
Yeah, so when I started the dancing, I decided to go all the way, and I would really, really wanted to do it well, because otherwise, why bother? So I found a really good teacher, professional teacher in New York City. And because we didn't have, at that time, we lived in Cleveland, Ohio. We didn't really have a teacher, Oriental dance teacher in our area. So when we went to New York City to visit our son in college, I decided to look around, and I found this a teacher, very, very well known. And later on, I found out that she had a house in Pennsylvania. I asked her whether I could just go to her house for a week, stay with her, and take 20 lessons and record everything. And so that's what I did. That's how I started.
Oh.
And so I would practice 5 hours a day, every single day, until 2018, when I came down with the some kind of autoimmune disorders. And I got not just one, but a couple of disorders. And so I took a break, not really, like not dancing at all, but gently, because I had a palpitation, could barely breathe, and dizziness, and couldn't eat, but still I managed to dance every single day, but not 5 hours. Then when I healed myself through diet, in 2020, I started going back to this rigorous regimen of practice. So I practice now 4 to 6 hours a day.
It is beautiful. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to watch one of your dances. I'm excited. And with that.
And another thing is that about my my dance is that since the pandemic started, suddenly I had access to all these wonderful teachers who offered online classes. So very quickly, I learned how to choreograph dances to the music that I'm familiar with, that I love, which is usually classical music, film music, Broadway music. And so I started posting my choreographies online every month, 1 month with a veil, 1 month without veil. And I had also, during this period since 2020, I have been studying with some of the best Oriental dancers in the world, and I really learned a lot. And I feel so fortunate that I had this opportunity to work with them online.
I'm just so proud of you. What a great accomplishment, especially through the obstacles, big ones, with your health. What I want to do, we have a dance that we're going to see of yours. And tell us a little bit about it before we get it started.
So this one, I choreographed it back in June, because I was going to take private lessons for a week with a teacher in Montreal. So I wanted to be, in addition, besides, having her to work on my techniques to make sure that I do it precisely, I wanted to have something that we could work on. So I choreographed this, which I had planned to choreograph the year before for Halloween. I never managed to get around to it because I was busy with other choreographies. So I choreographed it in 4 days, and then I practiced for a month before I went to my trip. Took my trip to Montreal, and since the coaching, I had been working on it, every day, and I made a recording and posted it online. And then when the Halloween, this Halloween came around, I thought this is what I'm going to do. So I did this last Wednesday on the 26th at our local venue. It's a distillery, Iron Smoke. And I did it. Apparently the audience really loved it.
It's beautiful. So right now we're going to watch this beautiful dance.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came. That voice which calls to me and speaks my name. And though I dream again, for now I find the phantom of the opera is there. Inside my
Sing once again with me a strange duet. My power over you grows stronger yet. And though you turn from me to glance behind, the phantom of the opera is there inside your mind.
see my face, draw back and feel I am the mask you wear.
It's me they hear.
My spirit and your voice in one combine. The
Phantom of the opera is there.
inside my mind.
Oh my gosh, Jian, you are the pinnacle of elegance.
I love that. And I'll tell you, I have a lot of questions on that. I want to make sure something else doesn't come on here. So anyway, I just want to say congratulations. That's just so beautiful. Now,
Thank you.
here's the thing. When you had the mask, you were portraying the Phantom until she started singing. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. When you transition.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, really. Yeah, I really, when it comes to dancing in front of the mirror every day, I am just genuinely happy. It's just like such an outlet for self-expression and a creativity. it's just like, I don't really know where I come up with all these moves. It's just like, it makes me so excited. And also, you know, I live with musicians. You know, my husband is a professional musician. My son is also a professional musician, and my mom is a retired Peking opera singer.
Oh, wow.
I exposed to so much art, and I always wanted to do art, to be an artist, but never had an opportunity to do so because I grew up during the Cultural Revolution. We didn't really have, you know, the culture was barren. You know, we really didn't have any enrichment classes when I was growing up. There was no such a thing. The only thing that I did a lot of was cooking. That's why I started cooking at age of 7. That's why I just like cooking is in my blood. It's second nature.
You've done a wonderful, oh gosh, a full life of really developing your talents to what you like, and you doing so well. Now, this picture right here, you see the passion. You are at bliss. You're at your happy place. I can see it in your face. You're relaxed and you're just happy living that dance, living that moment.
This is actually a dance that I choreographed for my son's birthday when he turned 26. This is called a saber dance by Kachachuryan, and very, very famous classical piece. Actually, it's usually it's played in pop concert with orchestras. Every single orchestra in the world has this piece in their repertoire called a saber dance by Kachachuryan. It has a lot of percussion, features percussion, because my son is assistant principal percussion and timpani with the Fort Worth Symphony Orchestra in Texas. So for his birthday, I decided to choreograph this 2 minutes and 30 seconds, very fast, very exciting piece. And I actually it's a lot of running around. And so I had a record. I have a recording on Facebook, and also I performed this at the same venue, Iron Smoke. And one of the I met an amateur photographers there. He grabbed this picture. He took this picture and sent it to me. I couldn't believe it. And the other one, he also took the other one. And this one, I was performing Scheherazade. It's also a classical piece, and as a princess. So this is that's why I put this costume, because it's more like, and also put a headband because it's a princess. So so he also did a good job taking picture of this. It was a violin piano piece, and I just loved it. So
oh, it's just beautiful. I'm so impressed. I just can't say enough. You're a wonderful example on women.
thank you.
Women just, it doesn't end when you turn 50 or even 60. You started learning your dancing when you were in your 50s.
I actually don't really think about my age at all. And I never think about my age. I do this. And actually right now I'm learning a piece that I'm not choreographing. I'm learning from my teacher. It's a shabby, and it's a street dance of Egypt. It's a part of a subculture, Egyptian subculture, and it combines a lot of influences from Oriental dance, folklore dances, styles, and also hip hop, Western influences, and also religious dance called Sufi. It combines all this. It's a really low class street dance. That the phenomenon started in all these like slums. Is a way for people, for the poor people, to to protest against the government about the corruption, everything. So this is a lot of moves are typical thug moves, like this, you know, it's just very interesting. And I'm going to do it, and I'm doing it. I'm practicing it every day.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking, oh, Jen, is this appropriate for your age? I don't even think about that. You know, it's like, no, I can
No,
do
I
it.
love that, Jen. I mean, you are just the fresh of breath of fresh air. Specifically, life just begins when you're older. And like me, I have my goals till I'm 105. You're the same way. I absolutely love it. What I really want to do is spend a day helping you cook a meal so I can learn. You know, all these tricks that you're doing.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I
home
want to do that.
casa es tu casa. So my home is your home. So you're welcome to come here anytime. When you're taking a break from your show, come here, stay with us for a while. You just watch me cook every day.
Oh,
I also study Spanish. That's why I was kind of speaking that, because it's
yeah,
a
I thought
typical.
you surprised me. I didn't know you had other languages that you speak too.
Well, actually, studying languages is one of my passions, and I've studied several languages. And now I have, in 2015, I started this a 10-year project, one of which the things that in this project was Oriental dance. And another part of it was this studying Spanish. So I was going to Latin America. I have been going to Latin America twice a year to study Spanish.
Wow.
And now that I'm at advanced level, I don't go to school anymore. So I just create my own opportunities to go there. So I met a lot of friends in different countries in Latin America. So I just invite myself to their homes to cook for them, be their
That's how
family
you do
for
it.
2 weeks.
That's how you do it. I love that. My daughter lives in Manhattan.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know where she is, by close to you or something, but
yeah. Well, Manhattan is about 5.5 hours from us, Rochester.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I,
Now,
I'm, yeah.
what I wanted to do, and so thanks. I will take that offer up when we get that chance.
Yes, anytime. Yes. And actually, we love house cats. My husband, as I said, he's a musician, and musicians, they have gigs all over the world. They always travel, and usually they stay with their friends. And so we have stayed with their friends, his friends, and then we also have friends who when they come here, they stay with us. So we always have friends. We always have a guest room for these people, so.
That is, well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Let's talk about the upcoming pageant. You are Miss Reigning China Universe. And we have this coming up. Well, I'm not going to show details because we have changes that we're going to discuss next week when James is back on the show. But when did you start going into pageants? I'd love to hear that story.
Okay, in my 40s, I wanted to enter a pageant. And at that time, I subscribed to a magazine. I think it was a women's magazine or something. I don't think it's in circulation anymore. And there was a pageant, a section, and they were showing all the biographies and information of the contestants. And so I thought, oh, I would love to do that. And so that kind of kindled my interest. But then when I was reading all their bios, I realized that I really didn't have much to share, in particular stuff on stage. I didn't dance at the time. I can't really sing. I can't, bring my stove on the stage to cook, even though I had, already cooked really well. And so I thought I really didn't have anything to show for. I didn't really have much to share with the world. So I thought, I'll just, drop it. And maybe it just unrealistic dream, And so 20 years went by, almost 20 years went by, and I didn't even think about it. And when I started dancing in 2015, I didn't, think about pageant at all. But at the end of, at the beginning of, no, at the end of last year, I don't know, suddenly, at the time, in 2004, I also started modeling. I did some modeling training. And then after I did a few gigs, my son was still young. I also stopped doing that. So at the end of last year, after Christmas, and I don't know, just one day, I thought, I want to go back to modeling and go back to the idea of entering a pageant again. So, so I just started searching online and see whether there's a pageant for my age group. And then I found Miss Senior America. And but then they said, Jian, you have to wait till 2003 because our state pageant happens in April, and you have to enter this before you can go national. So I thought, I have to wait for that. But in the meantime, I was preparing myself. So I contacted Luciera, very famous coach for pageants for Miss Universe. And so I went to New York. I booked in advance a 3-hour training with her. And so I went there. So she said, Jen, you have to wait for that long. Is it okay if I find another pageant for you that you don't have to wait? You can just do next year. And soon. I said, sure. But I never heard back from her. And then I thought, I'm going to look up online again. And then I found the Senior Pageant Group.
Excellent.
But at that time, I sent a message. So I look up their group on Facebook, and I contacted somebody. I think that was Marianne, before I went to Costa Rica in February. And then later on, I contacted James also, and then he wrote back to me right away. And then he said that he could call me because I didn't know whether I would be qualified, whether I had to have a title in order to enter this universe. And then after, we exchanged our email, then I found out that I could. And so as soon as I came back from a tour for healing, cooking tour for healing, I had a conversation with the gyms online. So that's how I, started.
I'm so proud of you. It's like finishing the dream that you had 20 years ago. That is absolutely fabulous. One thing I want to read, I'm very impressed with this. It's you have to submit a philosophy of life. I love yours. I want to read it if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all.
It's be bold. There's no age limit for pursuing our dreams. Be curious. Nourishing that inner child keeps us powerful. Be resourceful. Adaptability leads to solutions. But most of all, be kind. It makes us beautiful. I love that. That is you. That is just all you encompassed.
I set up a scholarship fund for Oriental dance back in January. And every month, we've been awarding the scholarship to dancers all over the world.
Oh, wonderful. I think I'm rooting for you. I'll tell you what, you worked hard without knowing what pageant, but you both found each other at the right time. Don't you think?
I think so. I think it's like we are meant for each other. And I still, this administrator from Miss Senior America always comments on my Facebook posts. And she says, Jian, are you going to submit your application? And then the other day, she just commented on my other dance video. She said, Jian, you're ready. And I just thought, yes, but right now I just feel this group, the Senior Pageants group, is really my home, pageant home. And I'm not ready to leave, I don't want to leave this group. I love James, and I love working with Connie, with Mary Ann. They're so wonderful, so.
And they are as professional as it gets, and I love it because it's not just about the end result, it's the journey along the way. They are tenderly taking everyone's hand and helping everyone along the way. That's the best part.
And they do take care of you. They really, really do. And they also really want to help you cultivate and develop your interests. And so I found out that because I'm an aspiring model, and I know that I would have an opportunity to work with modeling agencies. And also the VIP Fashion Week was an opportunity for me to practice my skills. So that was just amazing.
Oh, and you deserve it. So giving yourself and all the beautiful, delicious food to everybody else, now it's your time. And I love it. Well, we are at the end of our interview. I just want to say thank you so much, Jen. I truly enjoyed this entire hour with you.
Thank you so much, really, for having me. And I feel so fortunate to meet you. And by the way, you look like one of my dance teachers. I have 2 veil teachers, and especially your picture looks just like her.
Well, there you go. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Your dance teacher sounds very special to you.
Yeah.
With that, you take care. We're going to move on, and we will definitely have you back in the future, but I wish you the very best of everything.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Excellent. I am so happy we had this interview today. This is Jian Sakakeeny and Miss Senior China Universe in 2022. Now, next week, stay tuned because we're going to give you the updates on this wonderful pageant. It's called the Senior Group and the seniorgroup.com. And there is a website right here. It's missseniourusa.com or seniorpageantsgroup.com. I'll take you to the same place, but it is absolutely fabulous. We have changes with where the pageant's going to be at and the date, and that is all good. It was all for a better choice of and we're excited for that. So moving on, we are excited to have James Kimsey in our lives, one of reputable, first class, the type of when you want to run an up quality pageant. And we tribute to James Kimsey. He'll be here next week too. So with that, we had an incredible night of discovery with a wonderful woman that has made a difference, gave herself to help everybody else, and now it's her turn. She deserves it. So with that, we'll see you at the next week, and it's all about the royalty.
You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head